Hey guys, this is Penny Henry from Create for Christ Designs. I am back from my vacation. It was really fun. We left Friday, came back yesterday. I got to see some gorgeous mountains. We decided this one house has a $1 million view, and that if we ever win the lottery, which is going to be difficult since we don't play, he was going to go up there and ask them, if they would sell their house to us. But I told him I would sit out on the porch and draw those mountains till God took me home. I mean, I'm serious. So gorgeous. They had a beautiful haze over them. And, big, tall mountains. And not like the West. But, yeah, we got the East. We got the Smokies. And, anyway, I love the Smokies. One reason, I don't have to worry about falling over the side. Which I guess I still could. But I don't freak out as much because you've got the trees on either side of you. So you can't see how far down you're falling. So anyway, yeah, we went on the Blue Ridge when Stephen was a baby. So that would have been 35 years ago. Because he turns 36 on the 22nd of June. So yeah, 35 years ago. Wow. Anyway, because Danny's, well, back then you didn't have to do the car seat and the, all that stuff. It wasn't, mandatory, but yeah, anyway, it was smart. So, but what I did not want to put my child in my, Clayton was with Grandma and Grandpa. So, they were, he was good. But I did not want to put Stephen, my 6 week, I believe, because Danny's granddad had passed, so we had no choice, I mean, I wasn't going to stay home by myself in Central Florida. Not going to happen. I guess I could have stayed with my sister. But, anyway, I was not going to put him where I could not see him. And, yeah. So, I had his car seat, which back then was like a plastic, almost a rocker. I don't know. Anyway, I had it in between my feet. And then, of course, I was in a seatbelt. And, sorry about that. My iPad fell down. So yeah, I had him in between my feet. I would never do that now, because I follow rules and I follow laws. But, yeah, we were in a Chevette. I don't know if y'all even know what a Chevette is, but it's this little car, if you want to call it that. Yeah, my daughter-in-law calls hers a toaster. I don't know, I might call mine a shoebox. No, it wasn't a shoebox because it was like this shape. I don't know, but it was small. And, it was not as, I mean, we drive a Subaru now, which is like the highest rating in safety in the country. But, yeah. I looked out the window. We're going around the corner, going around the side of the mountain, right? I looked out the window. All I could see was clouds. I flipped. And Danny's like, please slow down, please slow down. I'm only going 5 miles an hour, honey. I'm like, just get me to the bottom, please, which we were going to the top. Anyway, so, yeah, my son thinks we're going to the Blue Ridge Parkway again. Not going to happen. I'm not going through that again. But the Smokies, I have no problem. Unless, like, it's a really steep downhill. And then, yeah, I can't do that one. But day before yesterday, we were going down just to park, and we were going down, and I couldn't see the side of the mountain. All I could see was the other side, you know, and I'm like, please don't take us over the side of the mountain. My husband knows how to drive. Now, he's probably the only one I will ride with, but, because I still have anxiety attacks sometimes. In fact, I'll tell you about one of them. But, anyway, we stopped up in Handicap, and, oh, it was so gorgeous, guys. And then, in order to get the picture I wanted, he needed to drive down. So I'm like, okay, Lord, get me through this, because I can do this, because you're in control. And I felt at peace. I wasn't even freaked out at all when he was going, and it was steep. It was the same thing we were coming down that I made him pull in the handicap parking, which I am disabled. I do have a disabled sticker. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. And I didn't make him. You don't make Dan Henry do nothing. Anyway, it was the same one, but I prayed before we did it, and I had given it over to God that he was in control. And so I was not afraid to go down that, you know, as he went down. I was fully at peace. So thank you, Jesus. Okay, so we did that. We went and saw some higher mountains, really gorgeous. And then as we're coming home, you know, or coming to the next hotel, because he didn't want to, we stayed like within 2.5 miles. He didn't drive more than 2.5 miles, which I was okay. I did not, thank y'all for your prayers. I know, because usually Dothan, which is less than an hour, gets me, and I was okay. I did not have a lot of pain. I had some pain in my foot, which I told y'all I stepped on a huge piece of glass. I still have a bruise there from it. So that was bothering me. The neuropathy, of course, bothers me. But as far as my back, not too much. There was some, but not too much. So anyway, we went and saw some more mountains. It was cold up there in May. I guess because I'm used to Florida, it's not normally cold in May. But it was like 57. And of course, I didn't bring a jacket. So I bought a long sleeve t-shirt while we were up there. And it kind of, sort of helped me a little bit. I was able to get, which I thought this was cool, because we stopped and had a picnic. And they had shaved ice with stevia. So it didn't have sugar. It had stevia. So I was able to get one of those. So that was pretty cool, but it was kind of sweet for me. I'm not big on the syrupy stuff. Now, if they made a slushie out of a Mountain Dew Zero or something like that, that I'd love. So, anyway, so we did that. And then as we're coming back to the other hotel, Steven said, I want to take you one more place. And he took us. That's where I was telling you, the $1 million view. So gorgeous. I mean, man, it was so pretty. So pretty. Made my day. That was Saturday. Because Friday we stopped over in Macon, Georgia, and, you know, stayed in the hotel. Oh, girl. Oh, guys. I don't know. Girls, guys. Hopefully it's both. I don't mind. Anyway, that bed was a brick. And you know, with my back and my rods, a brick is not nice. So, and the toilet was maybe 10, maybe 12 inches off the ground. And I couldn't get a handicap at that point. Or decaf. Couldn't get a disabled room. Accessible room, whatever, mobility accessible, I think. So we're stuck, and it was hard for me to get up from the toilet, you know. I had to hold on to the side of the sink and stuff. So yeah, that was not. See, I thought because it was a Hilton, it was the same quality as a Hampton, and Hampton's my favorite hotel because they have a nice bed that I can actually sleep on. And it wasn't. Danny looked it up on his internet and on his smartphone, and it said it was a step down from the Hampton. If I hadn't known that, I wouldn't have booked it there. But we were able to change it on the way back because we were supposed to stay in the same place. Sorry, I have a migraine, guys. Anyway, so I'm going to have some pictures for you soon. Danny gave Steven his old camera, which is still in awesome condition. And when I bought it, it was $1,000. So Steven was psyched about it. And, of course, I gave Penny and Hannah all kinds of stuff too. But, anyway, and then Danny has a new, really, really good camera that he was taking pictures. So I'm going to get some pictures once we get them on computers and they give me an SD card. And if I can figure out how to do it on YouTube, I'll post them for you guys. But there were some good ones. And then on, well, Saturday night we stayed in Commerce. And that's where we got to see the beautiful mountain, the $1 million view. That's what we called it. And then Sunday morning, we came back through Athens and went and had lunch with the kids. Oh, forget this. I don't want to forget this. Coming out of the hotel at Macon, which Danny was already frustrated because of the bed, and he's 6'3" and he couldn't stand up in the shower. And yeah, he was not a happy camper. So I have to send him a not nice. No, I won't say not nice. I'm always trying to be nice, but not glowing review. So anyway, coming out of the hotel, I've lost some weight, and I don't normally put my phone in my back pocket. Well, I put it in my back pocket, and it was loose enough that it fell out, and it hit the ground, and it shattered. So I can't make, you can see the shadow right there. So I can't make videos like I normally do, top down. So until I get a new one. And to get the screen repaired was $350 because it's a Samsung. So maybe my next phone will not be a Samsung, even though I love Samsungs. But yeah. Believe it or not, iPhone was less to replace the screen on iPhone. Go figure. Anyway, so yeah, that was that day. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, we were going to, it's called the Carriage House. And because I wanted some vegetables. And nobody had vegetables, and y'all know I love my vegetables. I really wanted some greens and cornbread. Anyway, we get there. I was excited. They had my collards. They had cornbread. They had cabbage. They had all kinds of vegetables. I was so excited. Got my plate and sat down, and, you know, we're all, you know, having our lunch and everything. Prayed. Pretty sure we prayed over it. If we didn't, that's why it happened. But anyway, well, with the preacher and, you know, very strong, well, all of us are strong in our faith, but you know what I mean, with both of them, because Stephen that was his major, was be a preacher. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. But anyway, so I take my napkin off of my silverware, sat it beside me on my chair, and started, you know, getting my stuff off my tray because it was a buffet. So getting my stuff off my tray. Then I was starting to eat something, got some in my mouth, so I was going to pick it up and wipe my mouth with it. Well, I felt a sting, and I'm like, ouch, and put the napkin down, and was gonna wipe my mouth with it. But I was looking at it, and, you know, I thought maybe I had some dry skin or something, open cut, and touched a lemon, because I had ice water. And, then next thing I know, Penny's saying, Stephen, you know, very urgently. And Stephen looks over there. Penny looks over there. Danny looks over there. Did it sting you? And I look down, and it's a wasp. Oh, my gosh. And I would probably not even have thought anything of it if Danny hadn't said, did it sting you? But I'm highly allergic to wasp stings. So I screamed at that point when I saw it. Not scream like bloody scream, but scream like, oh, I gotta get out of here. That kind of scream. Anyway, so Danny's like, no, calm down, because it had already flown. And I'm like, it's over there on the windowsill, and thank the Lord there was nobody there. Anyway, so Penny's sitting there going, Stephen, go get that thing. Stephen's going to go get it with a little paper towel. I'm like, that's not smart. Danny says, no, take my hat. So Stephen went over there and slammed it down. Well, in the meantime, my hand is burning like fire. And I go into an anxiety attack. And Danny has learned now, because I spent 2 years without even telling him that was what was happening. And I'm talking all day, every day, for no reason, because I wasn't freaked out about anything, and I would stand up and lose my breath. It was the scariest thing in the world to me. So anyway, he has learned to focus on me and catch his eyes to my eyes. Even if I'm looking somewhere else, he'll focus on me, and he'll say, okay, breathe. And he's learning how to do it now. And he'll, and I'm like, I'm trying, because I know how to do it too. And I didn't really have anything else to focus on like I normally do when I get them, other than, scripture. But normally I turn on praise music and stuff, and that helps. But, yeah, so he got me through it, and I'm like, I just want to get out of here. So I didn't eat my lunch at all. I didn't eat the breakfast, because breakfasts in hotels, those continental breakfasts, are not good. So anyway, we got let's see, so I was starving, but Stephen got up and got me some sherbet, and I took a couple bites of that. The mashed potatoes were really, homemade, you could tell, with the butter and the cream and stuff. So I had a couple of bites of them, a couple of bites of the cornbread. I couldn't even eat the greens or the cabbage or anything like that. I just, a couple of bites of anything, and that was it. I couldn't touch other than to get the ice on my thumb, because it was hurting so bad. I couldn't even drink. I couldn't touch my glass because I was afraid. But, we got past it, and I sat there and tried to eat. I tried just little tiny bites. I just couldn't eat. I couldn't stomach it. I couldn't eat any of the meat or anything that I took out. But anyhow, we left there. I was hurting like crazy, but there were my throat didn't close up or anything like that. I'm like, well, maybe I'm not allergic to wasp stings anymore. Everybody I've talked to has said it's probably, including Danny, he probably just didn't have a chance to get enough venom in you. So I'm like, okay. But, because I did throw it down as soon as it, I felt the sting, I threw it down on the table. So, yeah, I guess so. I have a mark on my thumb, and it's red, where it hit, because he got me right on my daggum knuckle. So, anyway, that part wasn't too fun. I also left my pillow, which I love, in Commerce. So, we couldn't go back and get that. That was 2.5 hours away. So, anyway, that was a rip. But I'll tell you what, guys, we got ready to leave on Monday and missed our turnoff onto the interstate. Ended up over in College Town. I don't know if you guys have been to or heard about Mercer University or Mercer College. I'm not sure what it's called. But anyway, the house, I am really into unique architecture. I should have been an architect, I'm telling you guys. So these houses, first of all, I'm sitting here playing a game or something to keep my mind off stuff. And Danny says, look. And I looked up, and I know to look up because when he was bringing me to the mountains for the first time, he says, there's your mountain. And I was doing a crossword puzzle, and I look up, and it is the most gorgeous mountain. You know, we were coming down a hill, and I could see that huge So I have learned when he says, look, I look. So I looked up, and these houses, guys, I'm not kidding you. They had the most unique architecture. Almost every other house was something new, you know, something different. And it was so cool. It wasn't just a square house. It was like, you know, bay windows, you know, in cool shapes, balconies in cool shapes. There was one church that had double spires. Oh my goodness, it was so gorgeous. And that red brick, and I think that is so gorgeous. And just, oh man, they were so pretty. He ended up having to take me through it a couple times, which was cool because I really liked them. I couldn't take pictures because there wasn't anywhere to park. And Danny said he would have parked and taken some pictures for me, but there was nowhere to park. And I was still weak from the sting. I still couldn't have walked it. So, anyway, we ended up going through that a few times because somehow Google Maps got Danny on a bicycle. And he kept saying, I don't understand why it's telling me it's going to take 9 hours to get there. And it was so funny. But we finally got out of there. He finally, like, I'm just going to go backwards and go back to where we were and, you know, take the turn off. So that's what he did an hour later. But I got to see all kinds of architecture several times, and that was cool. Which, like I said, I would have taken pictures. He said next time he's going to take me, and I'm going to take my regular camera, and he's going to let me get some pictures and video and stuff of it. But anyway, we get almost to the hotel, and he realizes what has happened. And it was so funny because the college roads were closed, right? So he's like, I don't know why it's telling me I need to go this way, and the roads are closed, you know, and that's why, because he could have gone that way with a bike, and they didn't want him to get on the interstate because you can't ride a bike on the interstate. So anyway, we got all the way over there, and he figures it out, and it was so funny. And we're sitting there going, I don't remember what we were talking about or what it was, but I'm like, hey, you can eat anything you want because you just rode a bicycle 800 and something miles. In what? Just a few hours? It was funny. Y'all had to be there. It was hilarious. But anyway, you know, then we just came home and we came a scenic route. So we got to see some beautiful country, you know, coming home. I had my iPad with me so I could, you know, play games or whatever. I did take a couple classes on the way up. But, you know, I was glued to the country and stuff. It was so nice. And, yeah, it was a good trip. I love seeing Steven. I love seeing Penny. She hugged my neck, and I didn't think she was going to let me go. And then Hannah. Oh my goodness, guys. Happy Mother's Day to Granny. And it says, Happy Mother's Day. I know I don't call much anymore, but here is a drawing for you, Hannah. And then Stephen and Penny also signed it. And then check this out. She even put my braid on there, my glasses and everything. She's only 12, guys, and she can draw good. So, and I had taken her this, I had top of the line pencils and glitter pens and all that stuff, gel pens and stuff. And I had them in leather cases. And because I'm moving to my other room and I'm going mostly digital, I gave her those. So she's pretty excited about that. Plus I had ordered several chibi course books. And I accidentally ordered a couple of manga, which is kind of the same. But, you know, I only need one or two. So I gave her those. So she was psyched about that because she's really into manga right now. So anyway, that was cool. And she was excited. She wasn't excited on Sunday because I had given Penny some high heel boots because of mine rolling. My feet rolling, and they're suede, really nice boots. And because of my feet rolling, I can't wear them anymore. So the day of the funeral, I tried to stand up 3 different times. One time it went this way, one time it went this way, one time it went this way. I give up, just get me some sandals. And they went and got me sandals, and we went to the funeral. But, yeah, so I gave her 3 pair of those. Well, Hannah decided she was going to wear one because it was Mother's Day. She wanted to dress up. Well, Penny had bought, now, like I said, Hannah's 12. Penny had brought slides, you know, like flip-flops for both of them. But she didn't want to wear them because she thought it'd make her look goofy. And we went to a botanical garden, so it was going to be a lot of walking. And, sorry, my ring and both my rings are trying to turn because I've lost weight. But anyway, so, she was all upset about that. And I'm like, you know what, Hannah? They're going to look at you more funny if you're wearing high heels trying to walk through, you know, a hiking path. So finally she let her daddy went and got them, and she put them on and stuff. And she fell, poor thing, busted up her knees. It was so sad. But we had a good day. It was a really great trip. And then the first part of June, we're going down to Orlando, and we're going to Plantation, whatever it's called, Crystal Plantation at Crystal River, something like that. It's this big plantation for 50th anniversary of my husband's company. So, you know, that's pretty cool. He's not the owner, but he's been with them for 30-some odd years. So, anyway, and they're paying for it, and it's going to be really cool. Well, thing is, it's close enough to Central Florida that I can go down and see my sister and stuff that I have not seen in forever. We did not even get to go to Gary's funeral, so I didn't get to see her then, and I hadn't seen her in years since then. Well, my nephew is 19 now, and I think the last time I saw him, he was either 8 or 10. So that's the last time I was down there. So I am psyched about seeing them. But the whole family has COVID now. So it's like, I'm just praying everybody's well and we're able to get together. Anyway, okay, guys, I was going to do a review for you, but then I got to talking about the trip. Sorry about that. But when I come back, I'm going to do a review for the NIV, Journal the Word, Bible for Girls, that was sent to me by Blogger Grid. But that will be in my next video because I'm not going to make y'all sit for an hour. But it'll be in a few minutes. Just need to get me some lunch and take my blood sugar and stuff, and then I'll come back. Like I said, I can't do it with my phone because the break is right across the front camera. So I can't do it with that, but I'll do it with this, and we'll do our best with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my craziness, but like I said, I'm going to get you some pictures. It was great. You know, Daddy says we're going back for fall colors in October, now that we can start traveling a little bit. You know, we can't travel a lot because me now, but, you know, we can travel some, so get to see our son and stuff. That'll be nice, and grandbaby and everything. So, anyway, I believe that's it. Hope you give me a thumbs up, comment on my running my mouth so much, probably. But anyway, share with your friends if you want to. Subscribe and push the little bell to be... Ah, sorry again. It keeps doing that. I need to get a different case. It just won't stay up. Anyway, push the bell to be notified when I do another video, which will be in a little while when I do this Bible review for you. All right. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.